is up, YouTube? What is up, YouTube? Silver Surfer back with another video for you guys. This one's a pretty fun one today. We're going to share something that not a lot of people share on YouTube, and that is obsolete note. So we're going to kick this off real quick. What you see in front of you is a $100 bill, 1862 Treasury note from Richmond, Virginia. And you can see the big Virginia Treasury note there on the top. For $100, the Commonwealth serial number 2704 will pay on the bearer demand to the bearer at the Treasury, $100. Some pretty cool signatures there. I like that first one. That is nice, man. I do not have a signature, so I'm always envious when I see people with really nice signatures. Beautiful orange colored seals there for the $100. And there's my boy on the left, as you guys can see. Portrait of Washington facing right. Receivable payment of taxes and other public dues. It's always interesting to see what they put on these old school obsolete notes here. And then October 15th, 1862, man, heart of the Civil War. Pretty crazy indeed. The faith of the Commonwealth is pledged. A little Indian lady there on the side. Really, really neat. On the back of it is essentially blank. And you guys can see it's got a couple of pinholes there in the portrait. But overall, still a beautiful note. PCGS banknote graded. This is a 55. I think that's what they said. Yeah, about uncirculated 55. You can see up in the top there. So, again, why did I purchase this? Because it's beautiful. And it's Washington on a $100 note. And these are not all that expensive, guys. Obsoletes have gone up in price like everything else recently, but you can still find them for relatively pretty cheap. I purchased this from Mr. Pierre Frick, who is the specialist, stinking godfather, if you would, in obsolete American Civil War currency, etc. Very, very smart on that whole entire topic. He has done a wealth of research, written multiple books, guidebooks, instruction booklets, you name it, the guy has done it. So I purchased, he also has his own kind of cat grading situation as well, which you'll see stickers on certain notes that are deemed to be very, very good for the grade. But anyways, I got this note because it's a great looking piece, but mainly because Washington's on it. And as you guys know, I collect anything money-wise with George Washington, specifically paper money. I have essentially almost all, at least one major type of the large and small size U.S. denomination notes of George Washington. There's like the 1905 Technicolor, which I don't own, but I have a 22 gold cert. And so since I completed that, I've been looking at other types of things that have them, and obsolete notes, there's a ton of them. Kind of hard to obtain every single one because the list goes on and on and on and on and on with the notes that were printed with George Washington on them. But my kind of goal was to hit all the different denominations, at least one note of those to have Mr. Washington on it. And so here's a $100 piece. So anyways, that's why I got it. In the portrait here in the center, I haven't talked much about, but that's Mr. John Lecture is how you pronounce it, I think. Anyways, he was the governor of Virginia during the Civil War. Grew up in kind of a middle-class family. Went to Washington Lee University for like a couple of years, but actually dropped out. And Pops was pissed at him or something along the lines like that. And so they ended up sending him to apprentice school and become a carpenter. He eventually became into politics, got his law degree, I want to say, and then was a House of Representatives as well in the state of Virginia. But during the Civil War, he was the governor for Virginia, which obviously you guys know history-wise, Virginia was a very important state in for the South in general. And so that's who's on the cover there, right in the main portrait. But a beautiful note overall, beautiful high denomination as well. You don't see a lot of obsolete notes in 100 and above and stuff along those lines. So pretty cool to see. And then as always, I always try and share a little something with you guys here outside of the main piece that's showcased for the whatchamacallit. And here's a 1921 Morgan silver dollar. Probably been cleaned a little bit. But I'd say about an AU. Maybe a low slider MS. What do you guys think? I don't know. Still got a little bit of luster. It's definitely been clean in the past, but nice strike for a 21. It is the Philly version. There's no mint mark there underneath the eagle, as you can see. And a lot of the scratches and haziness you're seeing is actually in this holder. It's an older holder, so that's that. But the reason I'm sharing this with you guys is that little Tony there too in the 1, 2 o'clock is because this is a special coin to me because it was given to me by a friend. I work in the operating room, as I might have alluded to in the past to you guys. But anyways, I work in the operating room, as I said, and one of the OR nurses came up to me one day because I don't know how the conversation got kicked off, but found out that I collected coins, and I guess he found that piece in some old locker or something like that in his grandpa's house or something. He was cleaning out, I guess, and came across it and brought it in. And at first he told me that I thought it was a peace dollar because I asked him the year. He said it was 1921. And I was like, oh, that can be a silver dollar. He said, yeah. I was like, okay, that can be one of two things. It can be a common, Morgan silver dollar, or it can actually be the high relief peace dollar, which is significantly higher in value. Bring it in, I'll take a look at it, so on and so forth. And so he did. And I explained to him everything that it was, Morgan, he was just tripping out on, it was like a locker room kind of conversation or whatever. And he was just tripping out on how much I knew about that stuff. And it was really fun just to share my passion with him. And so, anyways, he ended up, after that whole entire 20-minute conversation in the locker room, he reaches over and goes, you know what, bro? He goes, I want you to have it. He goes, just because, he goes, what am I going to do with it? He's like, you like this stuff, you know all about it. He's like, you keep it. So I thought that was beyond freaking cool, man. And so that will stay in my collection forever. Anyways, just wanted to share with you guys that little story and this $100 Virginia Treasury note. I hope you guys learned something new. I hope you guys enjoy my videos, that I'm back a little bit. Throw me a comment down below, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get me up to that 1,000 mark, guys. Almost there, 1,000 subs is the goal. Till next time, Silver Surfer is out.